Today on Mama's East Kitchen, we are making dirty rice in the Instant Pot. Let's get started on today's video. So yesterday on my live show, we were talking about some easy recipes that would not heat your house up, you know, in this crazy summer weather we're having, and also that you can use from your pantry and freezer and that kind of stuff that you have laying around the house. And that's what we're doing today. I am making dirty rice, Mama's East style, and I hope you guys like it. We are using my Instant Pot to cook this. It cuts your time down to nothing when using your pressure cooker. If you don't have an Instant Pot, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Check it out. Right now you can find some pretty good deals on them, and I think they're well worth it, especially when you live in an older house like this that doesn't regulate its temperatures real well. But to start this recipe, I'm starting out with a pound of ground beef. Now this is just some meat that we had in the fridge, needed to be used. Still perfectly good, but it didn't need to be in there any longer. I'm also using a pound of ground sausage. Now this is sausage that I get at my local meat market that's so good. They do it in-house, and it's much leaner than what you're going to get like in a tube of sausage that you would buy in your grocery store. But you use whatever you've got, and if you don't have any sausage and don't want to use it, leave it out. It's not a big deal. I would just double your ground beef. I want to bring you over here so you can watch the process of us making this dirty rice. As this cooks, you want to break it down into as small as pieces you possibly can. Now that our meat is almost done, we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. I have celery, about 2 stalks, and a whole onion. Just a regular yellow onion. We're going to let this kind of cook down for 2 or 3 minutes. If you don't have celery laying around your house, I think you would be fine leaving it out. But my mom actually has some celery that needed to be used, so we're adding it in here. Okay, we're going to add a 1.5 tablespoons of minced garlic, or about 4 cloves. We're going to add about a teaspoon and a half of Cajun seasoning. You put that in as much to taste as you want. Also, I'm adding some green chilies. Now, I didn't have a bell pepper on hand, but I had leftover chilies from when we did the salsa. So that's what we're going to add. It also adds a little bit of heat to it. I'm adding in 2 cups of rinsed rice, 2 cups of stock. I'm using beef stock because that's what I had on hand. You use whatever stock you have. If you use chicken stock, I would add some beef bouillon to it. And then I'm going to throw a couple of bay leaves right on top. We're going to put our lid on. We're going to pressure cook this for 5 minutes. And then we're going to let it naturally release for 10 minutes. I'll see you back when it's time to open this baby up. Okay, this is naturally released for 10 minutes. We're going to hit cancel. And manually release it the rest of the way. While that is releasing, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Do you like dirty rice? What other easy recipes would you guys like to see? Because I'd love to make them for you. Also, is there easy recipes you make for your family that you'd like to share? Leave it in the comment section below. I love reading your comments and love getting the feedback. So please do that. Also, don't forget, sign up for my newsletter. It goes out once a month. I promise not to spam you, but if you haven't signed up for the newsletter through my landing page, then if I send them out, they tend to go to spam. So be sure and sign up for my newsletters. Thank you so much for all the support you give me on my channel. The thanks, the memberships, all that stuff is so incredibly important to us and so helpful. And I thank you so much for that. All right, let's open this up and give it a look. Sure we get them all. Now, if you've never cooked rice in an Instant Pot, man, it's the way to go. It is so good. All right, then we're going to give this a stir, get everything fluffy. All right, let's try some. It's so good. It's got the right amount of heat to it. It's so good. I hope y'all will give this a try. Don't be afraid to use your Instapots. I have an entire playlist that I will leave right here in the cards. We'll see you guys on the next video.